All right, what is going on? It is day one of the challenge. Sorry if I look a little tired. I was putting my kids to bed, and I straight up fell asleep with them. That's why I'm a few minutes behind. All right, so anyone who's watching good, hey, Joanna, thanks for being here live. See the little wave button works. Annabelle, hey, what's going on? Julia, you're here. What's going on? Glad you ladies made it. So before we jump into it, I'm going to wait a couple of minutes. We'll say maybe about a minute yet. So that way anyone who's watching this on review can just jump forward a little bit. Thanks for the looking good, Annabelle. Appreciate it. But that way I can kind of jump forward if somebody's watching the review. Deb, you made it. Woohoo. Getting people from all the zip codes. All right. So I hope you ladies are ready because today is the day. The moment we've all been waiting for. We're finally going to get into what's behind the challenge and hopefully dig into some stuff. So if you have a piece of paper and a pen, I would say grab it out. Good question, Annabelle, right as I said it. This live video too, it will be posted. So if you can't watch the whole thing or if you want to go back and take some notes, you can always come back to this. I'll share it in the group. So, and then also I'm going to post it back in our group, but I am going to have you guys do some homework, and we'll talk over how to do the homework and everything too. So I'm going to give it about another 30 seconds, and then we're going to get into day one. All right, so I don't know how the weather is where everyone else is, but today down here in sunny Florida was a beautiful day. Sun was shining, birds singing. I think it only got to about 82, 83 today, which is awesome because it's still been in the 90s. I know some of you up north, a little bit different story. Okay, let's look at my clock. All right, so it's officially 8:06. We are going to get this started. So, again, the purpose of this video here, and I do have some notes. I'm going to try to stay on track because otherwise I can get a little long-winded. But the purpose is just to introduce everyone to the community, talk about some of the values that we're going to do and what's going to kind of be not required, but really expected of anyone who's in the group. So as far as welcoming people who are in the group right now, Joanna, you're here. Hey, Annabelle, you're here. Hey, Julia. Hey, thanks for coming. Deb, thank you. And a couple other people, everyone else. Even if you didn't comment, if you want us to comment, say something below, that'd be great. I'll say hey. If not, then I'm not going to say hey. All right. So I would like everyone to kind of post where you're all coming from, just so I can kind of see what time zones we're in. So if you can, anyone who wants to put on where you're at. So your RV feels like it's going to blow over. The temps are plummeting. Where are you from right now, Julia? I guess I don't remember where you were, if you're still in Texas or where you brought the RV over to. Oh, there we go. Valerie, you showed up. Right on. Michelle, you made it. Excellent. Super cool. And Chad, he's spying too, huh? What's up, Chad? If you can hear me, hey, hope you're doing well. Amy, thanks for showing up. So, Joanna, you're in East Texas, so you're in Central Time. Julia, you're in South Texas, close Corpus Christi. I believe that's the same time. Michelle, you're all the way out in Denver, Colorado. That's pretty cool. Annabelle, you're in Tennessee. Super cool. And Deb, you're in the home stomping grounds out there in Minneapolis, which I hear it's quite frigid. Go Vikes! I believe I won our game the other day. I didn't get to see it, though. I was busy babysitting my children. Okay, so for the next 5 days, I'm going to try to give everyone as much value as I can, and to be able to help everyone experience the beginning of the physical and personal transformation and create a mindset shift that will not only transform for a couple of days, but hopefully stick and help you change over the long run. So, value number one is responsibility. Hey, Rebecca. Thanks for watching. And Amy, you said Central Minnesota. You're in the 7 o'clock time. Carol, you made it. Awesome. Woohoo. Party's getting started. So, value number one is responsibility. So in this challenge, I'm going to give everyone as much value as I can, but ultimately, it is your own responsibility to apply it. And if you don't take responsibility for your results now, then there's nothing I can do to help. So value number one is responsibility. So if some people wouldn't mind commenting below, if you're committed to show up powerfully and take massive action over the next 5 to 7 days, put something down in the comments for me. Carol, you made it. Woohoo. Another Carol. Sorry, there's 2 different Carols. All right, so value number 1 is responsibility. So again, feel free to put something down in the comments. Next value that I'm going to ask that anyone in the group brings is some high energy. So in this group, I want us to daily live with massive positivity and excitement when we get on all these calls. And you'll notice not only from experiencing this challenge, but life in general, the more energy you have, generally the more enjoyable it is. And what I want you to do is take this energy and help your life flourish, become a better you, and just show up and be passionate for the things that we have going on. So number 2, high energy. The third thing I'd like everyone to do in this group is to be a giver. And part of that is, well, it feels good to give. And another major principle of that is whenever you give something, even if you're feeling down, you'll notice that you start to feel a little bit better. And I know I personally learned in my fitness journey is that being a giver and supporting others and their own goals brought me closer to mine and hitting my goals, if that makes some sense. So again, I would really recommend being a giver, especially in the group. If you guys can comment on each other's posts that are going on, if you can give each other encouragement, all that kind of stuff would be great. Because once you get the focus off of you and all your internal stuff, you'd be surprised how awesome it feels to give other people and maybe help somebody through a hard thing they're doing. So that's goal number 3, be a giver. And apologize if I keep looking over to that way, but that's where my cheat sheet is. All right, value number 4 is being an action taker. So I have a question for y'all. Have any of you experienced any results or outcome through only thinking about it? I'm going to say that one again. So again, number 4 is being an action taker. Has anyone ever experienced any results or outcomes only through thinking about it? I'm guessing you're going to say no. What's up, Maria? Hope Matt's there too. Tell that bum to log in and start watching as well. All right. So did you ever wake up, think about food, and then suddenly food just appeared right in front of your eyes? Probably not. Or you wanted a better paying job and all you ever did was just think about it? The obvious answer is no. What you did was you got out of bed, you took action, you made breakfast, and you got that food in your mouth. So if you want that better paying job, you had to take action. You had to either learn a skill or get qualified or build relationships with new people in order to get the better paying position. In the end, growth and the results you want in life requires actions. So be an action taker. What's up, Jennifer? Welcome. All right. Value number 5 is commitment. So again, 4 was being an action taker. 5 is commitment. So how many of you are committed to hold yourself responsible for your own results, to choose to live with high energy, to give back to each other, to take massive action, and to fully commit to the outcomes of achieving your dreams? Anybody? All right, well, if you can, I want somebody to hit the like button, hit the love button, comment down below. Let's do this. I want some energy coming back out of this screen, and I want us all to agree that we're going to do this together over the next 5 days. Woohoo! Thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. All right, so if everyone feels that we are committed to achieving our dreams and taking massive action, then guess what? You have what it takes to be successful. We just need to uncover it and keep you going. And now we're going to figure out one of the most important things about, getting what you want, and that would be goal setting. All right, so we got the 5 values, and we're going to hop into goal setting after I drink my delicious Starbucks. Starbucks at like 8 o'clock at night doesn't get any better. All right, so let's talk about some goal setting and how goal setting might have personally impacted you. On a personal note, in my fitness journey, I've been through some highs and lows just like everyone. I've trained through some injuries. I've had to make some life change to challenge and to stay. You might be able to see some of the scarring on that arm. Right there at one point in time, I broke both bones in my arm. I was casted all the way up to my shoulder. Some of you people from the old country might remember that. And I had to literally, Katie, what's up? I had to literally start everything all over again. I was casted, I think about 8 weeks, and I couldn't use this arm at all. So that was one time that I had to go through it. That was about 20 years ago. More recently, though, I had an injury to my SI joint. I don't know if anyone knows what that is. That's your sacroiliac joint. It's a joint right down here in your butt cheek. And on my right side, and it locked up on me, and I couldn't deadlift or squat for over a year. And that was extremely recent. So as I went through the recovery process, I had to set small steps. First, I had to go get diagnosed, ask the doctor, hey, what's going on? I thought I threw my back out. He said, thankfully you didn't throw your back out, but you have a joint called, or a pathology called a locked SI joint. So I went in, they did some scraping of some scar tissue, they got it loosened up, and for the first 3 to 4 months, it hurt so bad to even bend to move my hips, but all I did was I foam rolled. I just foam rolled over the joint, and I had to reset my SI joint daily by laying on like a banister, well, basically laying on a foam roller going vertical down my spine, and that just helped push my SI joint where it needed to be. After doing that for stretching that only for 6 months, then I could start working on static movements where I would do it like a static wall sit, just put my booty against the wall, try to squeeze my butt cheek. I had to do that for about another 3 months. So now we're looking at about 9 months worth of time. And then slowly introduce myself to getting full range of motion movements. And I literally just got back to deadlifting 2 weeks ago. So prior to me hurting my SI joint deadlifting, my goal was to hit 405, which isn't a huge goal, but it was something that I've always wanted to do, was be able to deadlift 405. I was at 390, hurt my SI joint. 2 weeks ago, I was able to deadlift 225. And to be awesome, I don't care about the amount of weight anymore, but it just felt great to finally set those goals to come through and just kind of get my life back a little bit. And last week, I started doing squats. Yesterday literally was the first day I did a weighted squat with a machine. So again, just to walk people through, it took me a year, this last year of me just going through the cycles, having to relearn to do my squats, relearn how to do deadlifts. So the important thing to remember though is just it turned into goal setting. For the first few months, just stretching. Next few months, getting it reset. Next few months, working on range of motion until now I'm kind of back to where I want to be. Now, the moral of that story is the only way to navigate through some of this and not get discouraged is by setting goals. Setting and especially reaching small little incremental goals, it's a great way to build momentum and a great way to get you going. Missy Grand Champ, woohoo! Thanks for showing up. Have a wave. Sorry, I got behind on my reading the text that people are putting up, which I appreciate everyone saying something. Hey, what's up, Gail? I won't bring you on camera even though the button says to do that. Joni, what's going on? Birthday pal. Woo! All right. So back to the goal setting aspect. So remember, we want to set goals so we can kind of make it a little more incremental and set small goals, because when we accomplish even a small goal, it gives us a lot of motivation. It helps us to move, and it's kind of the key to that momentum for changing your life once and for all, which is the hope of this. Again, the point of the 5-day challenge is to hopefully help some people kick some stuff off. So, random question for you, and some people might know if you do post in the comments. How do you eat an elephant? I'm going to wait for someone to answer. I'm not going to wait all night, but I'm going to wait a little bit. So, anybody know how to eat an elephant? Nothing? Nobody? Okay. I'll give you the answer. 1 bite at a time. So what I mean by that is if you want to succeed, you need to set a goal and you need to take small little bites, and you'd be surprised to take a small bite every day how quickly that 50 pounds you want to lose or 40 pounds or whatever it is, set small little goals, maybe 1-2 pounds a week or whatever we can help you decide which is actually feasible for your body and what you're willing to do. And before you know it, one bite at a time, very good. And eventually you'll get to that goal of 50. And when you set those little goals, you get to celebrate all these little wins and build confidence. And when we reinforce those positive little steps, it's just phenomenal how it's going to change your mindset and how things are going. Hey, what's up, Jen? Woo! Thanks for watching. Excellent. I like all the 1 bite at a time. And sorry if it was a lame analogy, but I wrote it last night and I thought it was pretty funny when I wrote it. Be surprised how funny I am to myself. All right. So the other thing I just want to say about setting a goal is we want to write it down, we want to look at it, and we want to take steps to achieve it. So ideally, I had everyone in the group write down some things that they wanted to work on, where they're at, and what I can do to help. So again, if you have that pen and piece of paper, I would definitely write down your long-term goal, get that on there, like if it's 6 months, a year, whatever it may be. And if you're not sure how long it's going to take, maybe in this week-long process or a little bit past it, we'll dig into a little bit and try to figure out the time frame for your goal. If you say you want to lose 50 pounds, obviously you can't lose 50 pounds in a week. That'd be pretty hard unless you had an amputation, which I don't recommend that as weight loss. It's not really the weight loss we're looking for. And just remember, just like in Google Maps, I've had a couple of you ladies, which I hope that you did. What's up, James? Good to see you, man. Congrats on the new baby. Which I've had a couple people do is take their pictures of before. So ideally, if anyone watching this, if you're doing the challenge, if you're not doing the challenge, but just take a front picture, a side picture with just a sports bra on and a pair of shorts. And then also take a picture of somebody that you want to be like someone that has the body you want. So the reason of doing this, again, is just like on Google Maps. You want to know where you're starting at so we know what to do. And then you want to have the motivation of knowing where you're going to end so we know how to get there. What's up, Kaylee? Welcome. Man, a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. Hey, Kelly, how you doing? Thanks for everybody who's showing up. I appreciate it. All right, so let's identify. So what are the goals for the 5-day challenge? So if you're in the challenge, which most of you are, I want you to write this down. If you're not in the challenge and you're watching, you're like, what the heck is Wes talking about? What challenge? And you're interested, just send me a direct message and I can give you some information on it and you can still join the challenge. It's pretty simple, and hopefully we're going to build a community and get some people making some results. So as far as goals for the 5-day challenge, so here's what I want you to do over the next 5 to 7 days. I want you to think about, do you want to lose weight? If so, how much? Do you want to gain muscle? Again, if so, how much? How do you want to feel after this challenge? And what I cannot stress enough is you really want to be specific, because the more specific the goal, the more likely you are to achieve it. If you just say, I just want to lose weight, well, you might lose a pound and you might feel happy. You might lose 10 pounds and feel sad. Again, you got to quantify. You want to make sure you really know what you're doing and set those specific goals. All right. So again, if you can, write it down. Yes, take weekly pics as well, Julia. That would be great. Annabelle, you need to get the courage up. You need to do it, because you know why? Take the picture as soon as you can, because today we're going to make a decision that this is going to be the worst shape that we're ever in. So take your pictures, so that way moving forward you can look back, and it's just going to give you that much more motivation when you see it and you start seeing those pounds and inches and everything change. So just do it. I promise I'll never make you send me the pics unless you want to. Usually with training, I recommend you send them, because it's such a powerful thing to do, to have to give that piece of accountability where you give it away, where somebody else can see it and take care of it. But I won't make you do that. But yes, try to take those pics. All right, so the 5-day goals, 5 to 7, I want you guys to set that. But the other thing that I really want you to do is think a little bit more long term. What up, Jason? Woo! The thing I want you to do about thinking about it long term is 5 days. It's a great amount of time to start a habit, but 5 days, it isn't really enough to give you a ton of motivation and keep you going, because anyone can do something for about 5 days. We're looking to see what we can do for 60, 90 days, like 6 months. We want to set that habit, that trend. So again, after you write down what your 5-day challenge is, what I want you to do is think about like a 90-day challenge. Think about what you can be doing kind of in the long run and what we can kind of get out there. Yo, what's up, Mitch? Thanks for popping in, man. All right. So we have our 5-day goal. We're setting up our 90-day goal. And again, I really want you to be as specific as you can. The more specific the goal, the more likely you are to obtain it. All right. Now, what value or experience in your life if you actually hit that goal in 90 days, we'll say? Again, 5 days is great, but that's a great starting point, but we just need a little bit more time to accomplish a little bit more serious goal. So what I want you to think about is the experience and what will happen in your life if you were to set that goal for 90 days. Think about, how is it going to make you feel if you had that goal to lose 30 pounds and 90 days from now you're 30 pounds lighter? What I want you to do is kind of step out of the now and go to the future and take that mindset and say, hey, this is what it's going to feel like in 90 days, and it is going to feel awesome. And that's going to give you so much motivation to kind of get the ball rolling and really get going on what you want to do. So a couple of the emotions you can think about is, are you going to feel more joy? Are you going to feel excitement? Are you going to feel happiness, fulfillment? What is it to you that's really going to make you want to achieve that goal. And again, be specific as F. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to swear in this one, but be very specific. And then one thing that we'll do too here in this video is we're going to do an assignment coming up, but we will get there in a second. All right, so recap. I'll do it real quick. So go over the 5 values. Remember, number 1, I want everyone to be responsible. Everyone just own it. If you want these results, I'm going to help you get them, but it's up to you whether you do it or not, because remember, it's not what you know, it's what you do with what you know. Value number 2, I need everyone in this group to really bring some high energy. The better energy we bring and the better that we lift each other up, the farther we're going to make it and the more we'll succeed. Third principle is always be a giver. You'd be surprised if you're down and out and you give to someone, how great it makes you feel in return. So always be a giver, and you never know, you might post on someone's comment and that might have been the one thing they needed to hear to keep going. Number 4 is always being an action taker. And what I mean by that is, again, we don't get results just by thinking about it. We don't. And I mean, think about it. How many times has anyone in here done a challenge or tried to lose the weight and it doesn't quite happen? It's like it takes the action to do it. The thought is great, but we really need the action to make it happen. And then value number 5, again, is just having the commitment. You know, commit it to yourself. Say, today is the last day that I'm going to look like this if that's what's bothering you. Or today is the last day that I'm not going to have energy. Just try to commit, try to be present, and really, really try to make this happen. Because, you know, the positive people are the ones who usually don't get hung up. It's the people that don't go all in, that they get a little bit of success and they fall off and they get right back in that scenario. And that's what we want to avoid. We want to keep you moving. All right, so some of the homework today is going to be some goal setting, which I think we talked about in some detail. Hopefully you have an idea of it, and when I'm done talking here, I can definitely open up for any questions anyone has about goal setting. All right, so for the way to think, so we're going to start the homework assignment for day 1. So for day 1, the way to think portion, I want you to post this in the group if you can. Well, not if you can, I want you to post in the group because I want us all to understand where we're coming from and show a little bit of vulnerability, which just helps keep, you know, makes everyone feel a little more real and kind of brings everyone together more of a group. Because odds are you don't have a good group of people to help you walk through this, and that's the joy of being online these days, is we can take this community and you can be in Denver or Minneapolis or Texas or even down here in Florida, and we can still have a network of people that can help each other and hold each other up. So what I want you to do for the assignment is, it only has to be a 90-second video. It can be pretty short. And I want you to share your name, where you're from. So write this down. I want you to share your name, where you're from, what's one interesting thing about you besides the fact that I suddenly can't talk. Warren, what up, man? I hope you did that cleanse. Are you looking like a clean dude? Are you swole? I hope so. So share your name, share where you are from, what's one interesting thing about you, and what your 7 to 90 day goal is. So to give you a quick rundown, I will just post mine right now. So hello, my name is Wesley Greener, aka Elvis Wesley Snipes as well. I am from St. Cloud, Minnesota, aka the old country, as I commonly refer to it as. One interesting thing about me is I am on a huge family journey right now, and I'm about to have 6 kids. I know I've said this a lot, but it really is crazy and interesting and unique, because a lot of people don't have big families like that anymore. And to be honest, I originally didn't plan on it. I thought I was going to have 2 kids, boy and girl. That was my plan. And went boy, boy, boy. And we decided for another one. My wife really wanted that little girl, so boom, 4 kids later, we do have our baby girl. And we decided, hey, wouldn't it be great for McKinley to have another little sister? So we decided, let's see what God's going to give us. Let's try again. We're all excited. We're like, yep, we're going to have our 3 boys, our 2 little princesses. Life is going to be awesome. And then that's when God decided to laugh and say, yeah, you don't make the plans, I do. And he gave us, bam, not 1 more boy, but 2 more boys. So I guess an interesting fact about me is I'm going to have 6 kids, which is crazy. I had to sell my Nissan Titan truck that I really, really loved, and now I have a Nissan 3500 passenger van. If you're bored, look it up. It's a 12-passenger van because it's the only vehicle big enough for my whole growing family. And what are my 7-day to 90-day goals? On a personal level, my goal is to help anyone who's interested in trying to grow, even if we don't, go anything beyond the 7 days, just to give you guys and ladies just whatever you need for them 7 days to help you get motivated and hopefully see you through the entire journey, 90 plus days. My personal fitness goals are, I just went through a phase where I was trying to tone up a little bit, trying to, I guess, get a little bit more lean, which kind of sparked me to do the 12 pounds in 2 weeks. So that was based off of, I did a little bit different exercise routine, but I started my cleanse, the exact same cleanse as that. I actually did it and posted on that, and I ended up losing 10 pounds over the course of me starting from day one till a little under 2 weeks. So I got off just some extra weight that I had picked up, just like everyone, especially, eating those chicken nuggets that the kids leave behind because they are so tasty. What's up, Mandy? Good to see you. If Tyler's around, tell him I say hey. And now my game plan is I'm switching into a hypertrophy phase, which is a fancy term for I'm just going to try to gain some muscles. So I'm hoping over the course of the next, I was hoping before the end of the year to gain a solid 5 pounds of muscle without gaining any additional weight. So that's kind of a little bit of what I would like to do. That might have been longer than 90 seconds, but you kind of get the drift. So remember, share your name, where you're from, one thing that's interesting about you, or something maybe you're nervous about, or just something kind of cool that can help us to connect. And then also share your 7 day and your 90 day goals. Hey, what's going on, Linnell? Good to see you. All right. So that is step one, is I want you to record that and throw it into the group. Now, the next thing that I want you to do as part of the homework is everyone in the group, I want you to comment, encourage, and engage with at least 3 other people's posts in the Facebook group as well. Again, this is a way that we can build this community and really help it to grow. So just remember with community, hey, what's going on, Steve? What's up, Crystal? Tell Cyrus to say what up. But one part of community is it's actually a community, meaning I can't do the community all on my own. So I really need you guys to get engaged and really start picking each other up and helping move each other and motivate each other. And that's just how community works. So I'd really appreciate it if we can get everyone sharing and commenting on a daily basis. All right. So I think I beat that one like a dead horse. Moving on. So the last part of this is we're going to talk about, so we have the mindset part, where we're going to set up some goals. The homework is to post those 4 things, comment on 3 people's posts as well. And then what I'm going to do to everyone who's in the group right now is if you got set up with the Trainerize app, I think almost everyone did, great. I'm going to send you a workout to do. I'm going to send it tonight when we're done with this video. So just keep an eye on it. I'll send that over to you. And then we're going to talk about some meal prep. So I'd love to say I could sit down with everyone in the group and sit down and write out all your macros and help you figure out exactly how many calories to eat today, how many calories to eat to lose weight, to gain muscle, whatever it is. But I won't have enough time to dig into all that. But my plan is to every day provide you with a workout, something you can do. Now I know a couple of you, like Julia, you're going to be working out from home. I think Annabelle, you said you're going to be from home. I think Deb, you said you're going to be going to a gym. Whatever it is, I can plan a workout for any of that. So the plan is to, in the Trainerize app, give you each a workout that you can do, and then also to send you a meal plan, or more or less a meal idea. So the thought behind the meals is each day I'm going to give you a meal, and it's something that hopefully you can replace a current meal that you're eating. Now, if you don't like the food, too bad. Try it, eat it. You might learn to like it. But again, the plan is to give you some nutritional content that's a little better than what you're doing. And then also maybe a little more individually, we can talk about some things that you may or may not be doing. Oh, and Warren, you're down 7 pounds. You haven't started yet? I don't know what you're doing, but great, man. I'm glad to hear. You're going to be in great shape by the time that anniversary comes around. All right. So again, homework game plan is do that post with where you're from, something interesting, your name, and your 7 and 90 day goals, preferably in a better order than that. As far as the home or the exercises, I will send everyone in the Trainerize app. I will send you a workout to do. All you have to do is download the app, open it up, and it's pretty cool. I'm using my phone right now as I'm looking for it, but you literally open the app and I'll show you the breaks. It has a little video on how to do the exercise if you're unsure. So it's a super cool little app to use to get going. And then I'm going to send everyone a nutrition plan, as far as I'll send everyone a meal. So if you can, think about going and getting groceries, try that meal, and by the end of the week, you'll have 5 solid meals to go off of. Again, if you decide to do more than just a 7-day challenge, we can dig more and more into all this, but I'm just trying to give everybody something to get started. All right, so I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to get into, everything I have. Let's look at the time. Cool, it's 8:34, doing good on time. So I guess at this point, that's all the notes I have. Talked through them pretty quick. So I will be doing another post like this, another Facebook Live. When is the homework due? Great question. The homework is due before tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tomorrow, just like every day for the next 4 more days, I'm going to do a Facebook Live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So ideally before then, post it. If you can do it even earlier so I can have a chance to look at it and other people too can have a chance to look at it, that would be great. But the plan would be it definitely needs to be due before 8 o'clock so that way we can keep going. And Mandy, can you lose 10 pounds? Oh, can you lose 10 pounds for me too? I certainly can. Yes, but you just basically lost 10 pounds by having a beautiful little baby boy. Come on. That is awesome. All right. So Warren, you said you did it just dieting. That's great, man. And now if we can get you working out, you got it. You got it. It's all figured out. All right. So does anybody have any questions, anything you want to throw up there, anything that you want to ask before we get going? Again, if you're in the group, do the homework, post it in the group. I'll send you your workout tonight, and I'll send you a meal plan idea tonight. One other thing with the workouts, which is kind of neat, is you can rate when you're done. You can rate how hard the workout was, and you actually can change out exercises if you really want to through the app. Or if, let's say I'm having you do squats, and you're like, nah, I'm not feeling squats, I want to do lunges. You can just click exchange exercise. The library will pop up, and you can pull one in, and then it'll kind of show me what you thought. And it also helps you track your weights, reps, and all that stuff too. So again, super cool app. And anyone who's not in the group, if you really are interested and you want to hop in the challenge, just send me a direct message. I'll get you up to speed and get you going in. All right. So does anyone have any comments, concerns, any questions? Did I have a boogie the whole time? Did anyone tell me? I hope not. But all right. So here is a chance for anyone to ask a question. I'm just going to stand here like this until I get one. Nothing? Nothing at all? I covered everyone's questions? Either y'all full of crap or... There we go. You were doing great, Wesley. Thank you. Thank you, Crystal, and I appreciate you. And again, if you see Cyrus, he can join the group too. He doesn't have to be shy. No, it's not Orange Theory, but he can join it. All right, so here's what I'll do for an outro. See if anyone else has any comments. You're the best. I appreciate that. Nicole, you came on late, but thank you for coming on, and I am going to post this on Facebook and also in the group. So if you want to rewatch it later, if you want to go through and see what the heck I'm talking about, feel free to do that. Okay, so as my reminder, are there foam roller exercises in the Trainerize thing? Yes, there are, and I'll make sure to put those in. Most of the workouts that I set people up with, I'm a huge fan of pre-stretching and post-stretching, and typically for my stretch routine, what I'll have people do is I'll have you start with a foam roll exercise. If you aren't familiar with it, it is in there. I've done a little video on it, but basically we pick a muscle group, you roll on it until you hit a knot or a tender spot. You park on that for about 30 seconds. Hopefully the knot will start to decrease a little bit. It will be a little bit painful, but suck it up, it is worth it. And then typically you do a light stretch for that same muscle, do some cardio, and then lift some weights. So yes, all that stuff is in there. Annabelle, can you see what meals are when I punch them into MyFitnessPal? Yes, I saw what you ate yesterday, Annabelle, and I hope that you ate more than that because that's extremely low calories, and I think it's a great thing that you want to do it. You want to lose some weight, but we don't want to go too low on calories or it's actually going to turn on a mechanism in our body that's going to make us store fat. So we need to get those calories up a little bit, but we'll talk about that some more. And Warren said, you have a peanut tree, nut, dairy, and egg allergies at our house. That can be a problem, but to be honest, I do have actually do have a 28-day program that I think can eliminate all that. It's gluten free, and I'll have to look into about the nut part, but it doesn't have dairy and it doesn't have eggs. So if you are looking for some stuff to eat that's a little more specific to that, definitely just send, if you don't mind, send me a direct message or a messenger message, and I can shoot you over some meal plans for that too. And I'm kind of curious who has it, if it's your wife, your kids, or if it's all of you included. But yes, I can help you with that. And Maria, you linked the Fitbit to the app. Would Fitness Pal work better? I don't have a lot of experience with Fitbit. I mean, I know what a Fitbit is. I don't think it's bad, but most people do MyFitnessPal with the Trainerize app. They tend to work a little better, but I would say you get to be our guinea pig. Leave the Fitbit link to it, and we'll kind of see what it tells us, because I do get to see that as well. And then Warren, yes. Again, just remind me, please send it on my message, but I will gladly help you figure something out with that, because that can be, like I said, it can be a little bit of a challenge when you're dealing with, dairy, egg, and problems with peanuts. So, excuse me, we can deal with that as well. All right, any other questions before I wrap it up? Man, look at all these posts. You guys are freaking awesome. Again, and I appreciate everyone who came on, anyone who posted, or even if you watched in the background. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that this can, motivate someone and maybe help you get to where you are today. Jennifer, how you doing, Jenny? Thanks for showing up. Again, if you want to watch the rest of the video, just I'll post it up later. You can kind of see what I'm all talking about, because you came on a little late, but thanks for coming on. So Warren, it's your youngest daughter. Okay, so we'll definitely look for something to help with that. And you have a son, someone who has a son that has the same thing going on. Yeah, that'll be easy. Julia, yes, I have seen what's going on in your Fitness Pal too, which is great. Jenny, thanks for the wave. Wave back at you in real time. All right, are there any other questions from anyone? Oh yeah, I gotta love the Starbucks. Ping, ping, ping. Ooh, I like all the thumbs up. And LOL. Thank you, Wes, for the encouragement, my friend. Steve, for you anytime, buddy. You helped encourage me a lot in the last 6 months or so. Steve, actually, we go to the same church, and he was one of the facilitators for one of the men's group I was in, which was pretty cool. I wanted to do the second round, but with my wife being extremely pregnant, I kind of had to drop out of that and pull the dad good husband role. And where can you send your beginning pics so it's confidential? Just Annabelle, just post them on the internet. No, I'm kidding. If you want, in the Trainerize app, there is a place you can put pictures that no one else will see other than you. And if you put them in there, I will be able to see them. So if you don't want me to see them, don't put them in there. Otherwise, too, if you do MyFitnessPal, they have the same thing, a spot where you can throw pictures in there. And you can also take circumferences, which, to be honest, the pictures and circumferences, I think circumferences are a good thing. Because when you're going through a body transformation, you might hit a point in time where you don't see the scale move a lot, because you're starting to gain a little bit of muscle mass back. And you're going to get a little discouraged, but then you're going to pull the tape around your waist, or pull it around your arm, and you're going to say, holy cow, I'm seeing some of the differences in the places that I want. So again, you can put it in Trainerize or MyFitnessPal. Again, I'd be able to see them. I promise I won't post them all over the internet, but yeah, cool. All right, so just a reminder to anyone who stayed on, again, if you're in the group, please do the homework. Please post that in there before tomorrow night, and hit me up with any questions you have throughout the next day before the video, and I'll try to address them in the video. Again, your workout, if you got set up with the Trainerize app, I will throw the workouts in there tonight before I go to bed. And then I'll send everyone a meal plan idea. And again, the whole point of just giving you ideas is just to throw some of it out there. We can always go more in depth with the nutrition, which I do think is a huge part of it, especially as we age. I mean, in my 20s, I ate like crap, and I still ate fairly healthy, but I ate a lot of junk, and I was able to, still work out and stay in pretty good shape. But now, pushing 40, I couldn't get away with that same nutritional aspect. So definitely we need to dig into that with everyone a little bit. And then again, tomorrow night, we are going to be looking at the same time. It's going to be 8 p.m. And my sister popped on. B.O. Beth Oman. Let's hit you with a wave. Thanks for popping on, Beth. I appreciate you. Let's give you a little camera hug here. All right, there you go. Haven't hugged you in a while. All right, cool. Thanks, Warren, buddy. You get the hug too. It's virtual. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign off here in a few minutes. I will post this up on Facebook. I'll throw it in the group. Again, if anyone is interested in being part of the group, you kind of missed day one but caught it here, but please just send me a message. I'll throw you in the group, get you on Trainerize, and get you going. So awesome. Julia, yes, looking forward to seeing everyone's videos. I agree, because it just makes everyone more of a community when we share stuff together. And when you're a little bit more vulnerable, it just feels good. It feels good to be a part of that group. So yes, thank me for doing it. And I'd like to say thank you all for doing it. And again, thank everyone for coming. So again, tomorrow night, same time, I'll send out some reminders if you're in the group. And yes, I hope everyone just has an awesome night, a great tomorrow. And just remember, like whatever the guy in Saturday Night Live is, you're good enough, you're smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like you. But that is the truth. So just remember, you are awesome. You're exactly who you're meant to be. We just need to uncover you, get you going, keep you moving, and get to those goals that you deserve. All right. I'm glad to hear that this has been motivating for some of you. I truly appreciate all the positive feedback, and just keep that going through, the next week and just through your life. I would say tomorrow, if you can, a non-official homework assignment would be just to anyone, give them a nice compliment and just see how it kind of changes their day, because you'd be surprised. Words can really hurt people, or they can really help people. So just do something nice, say something nice to someone tomorrow, and just see how it works out. I don't think that you'll regret it. All right. Thank you all. I'm signing off officially. Happy Veterans Day to anyone out there who is a vet, or anyone who knows one. Without them, we don't have freedom. Without freedom, we can't do great things like this. So thank you, everybody, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.